Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this talk, this presentation of Ask Me Anything. So there will be no real presentation, just you asking us questions about e-commerce. My name is Damien Lanzy. I'm product owner here at Odoo for 3 years now. And here we have Alexandre.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Alexandre. I'm a website e-commerce SEO expert at Odoo as a business analyst, functional side. Here we have the Ask Me Anything, and I put the QR code in big if you want to scan it, because after we'll join to demo and we go to the pad to see the questions, so please scan it before we change. Otherwise, we could always go back to it. I give you 1 minute.
And if you prefer asking your questions on the mic, we have a mic here if you don't want to write questions in the pad.
Okay. So let's wait for some questions. In the meantime, for people online as well, today we did an entire day about e-commerce. So all the replays, all the video of all the talks are now online on YouTube if you want to check them on specific topics. We have SEO, variants, plausible as well, not here, but in another room. So we already have a lot, but you can ask any question that you want.
Combo product also?
Yeah, combo product in the what's new. If we have no question, we can show some new features that we have.
So, how your solutions compares to the ones like Sale? There is someone else who is editing the same questions. Salesforce. Do you want to answer that?
It's Salesforce. So I'm not an expert in Salesforce. I'm an expert on Odoo, but I think our solution is way more global than what they can offer. We have everything from inventory to invoicing, e-commerce, point of sale, accounting, many more. We have events on the website. We have e-learning. We have e-commerce and many more. I don't know if I forget some, but we really have a lot of integrated apps that allow us to be, I think, more global than what Salesforce can do. And we also have a CRM that works quite well, I believe, from what I know from our customers.
Yeah. So for the e-commerce point of view, I think now we made a lot of nice improvements in 18 with the website builder. So you have the full power of the e-commerce, but you can also do a nice website. So for example, if you go on Shopify, they have a great e-commerce. But the web builder for pages is not very good, and they don't have inventory, they don't have a CRM or very small ones. If you go on other players like Square or Wix, they will have great page builder, but they don't have a great e-commerce and they don't have inventory. And so the real power of Odoo is the possibility to have everything integrated. When someone is ordering on your website, automatically the stock is up to date. You can take leads, you can do whatever you want, and you can add more applications when your business is growing. So you start small with a 1 app free offer on e-commerce, which includes the website, the domain also, which can be for free the first year, I think.
Yeah, first year.
And then if your business is growing, then you can add the inventory, then you will need to switch to a paid subscription. But I think that's why we are better than them.
Yeah, and also if you have only e-commerce app, so you have invoicing, e-commerce, and website, which is totally free for life. So I don't think Salesforce offer that, maybe, but as I said, I'm not an expert in Salesforce. But I think we have arguments that allow us to be proud of ourselves on that specific topic.
There is also something that is important to mention is the e-commerce and the website is part of the open source repository of Odoo. So it means that if you want to customize, it's possible. You can find partners, you can find, sorry, the party was too big for me last night. So with the open source, you have the power of the community. So that's something that WordPress have, for example, and that's why most of the websites today are still on WordPress. But the e-commerce of WordPress is not good, and so we think that in the future we are better on all the aspects, and the fact that everything is integrated will help us. So we will just keep pushing to be better on each aspect, but I think we are in the right direction.
Yes. Okay. I suggest we go through the list, otherwise we we miss some questions. So why is there no integration with Google Merchant Center? Sorry, but I don't know where this comes from, but we can already answer that question. So there is a task in the pipe, I think, to link both Google Merchant Center and Odoo, but for the moment it hasn't been developed yet, but that's a feedback we often receive, and we plan to do it for future versions. But yeah, for the moment it's not feasible, but it's in the pipe, and I think we'll develop it soon.
So yes, we were really focused on the basics this year. We would like also to improve the technical aspects on the e-commerce. But yes, that's something we want to do in the future. We will do. I cannot say when exactly. At the beginning of the year, we were thinking that maybe we will do it this year, but finally it has not been prioritized. Maybe in 1 week it will be in the pipe and start. Maybe not. I don't know.
We hope so.
But we are aware it's a need. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for this, but we'll fix that. Is it possible to display quantity by warehouse or only click and collect? So the way I think we developed click and collect is to display the quantity available on each warehouse. Maybe I can make it bigger. Yes. So I'm not sure I get the question, because if you have multiple warehouse, it means that you can see the different quantities that you have, and then we can just, in the delivery methods, try and ask for shipping directly at home.
I think I understand the question, like, if we don't have click and collect, is it possible to show the quantities available in the different warehouses? So the answer is no. That's also something that maybe will come in the future, but we decided to go for the click and collect. So if you have several places where your customers can pick the products, then they are able to see what is available in which pickup point. But no, we don't show the complexity of warehouses on the web shop at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Can you explain how does the product search bar works on the technical side? What fields are searched on when a user makes a search? Can you display autofill suggestion with product and with categories? Okay. So the search bar, I can search on the name. I can search on internal reference. And you see that it autofills also with the information. So I think that was part of the question. Can you display autofill suggestion with products and with categories? So I think this is suggestion. And we also have categories here. And what is search on? I'm not totally sure, because we should deep dive into it, but we search on the product, the category, the internal reference, if there is one on the product. And I think that's all, but maybe we have information here. No, we don't, so maybe up. Before there was a block search, maybe no, okay, up.
I don't know if there is maybe a specific needs behind these questions. Is there something that you would like to improve in the search? Don't hesitate to put it in the pad or mention it. But technically,
so here we can decide, on what we search, everything, page, products, and yeah, they don't explain description, category, price. That's what we show, So yeah, no, I don't have a perfect answer to that, but if you go to the booth and you ask the developers, they will answer that question. So this one we answered. We don't allow to place an order if quantity equals 0. How can we allow customer to order product quantity which is purchased but not received yet? Example, if we display stock 0 but estimate receipt at 222, quantity 500, the customer should be able to order 500 if he enters a planned delivery date after 1/11/2024. What do you think?
I think it's complex and it will depend on your business. So at the moment, indeed, the quantity on the website is based on what you have in your stock. Sorry? and we don't plan to change that, to be
No.
honest.
But I think here we can say out of stock continue selling. So it means that even if we don't have stock on a product, we can still sell. Just that if you decide to stop selling when you don't have quantity, you can, but the quantity that will be shown is not the one that you may have ordered, but maybe it will arrive later and then you won't be able to ship your product. So I don't think we plan to do such a thing, but it could be a feedback, but I think it's also more advanced as a request. How do you conduct R&D over e-commerce? Do you play with other e-commerce solutions? So maybe that's a question for you as a product owner.
So yes, as a product owner, we do a lot of things. We speak with the customers, we speak with partners, we try the competitions, of course. So yes, the answer is yes. And usually it's not difficult to have new ideas. The question is, what do we prioritize? So as we mentioned earlier in this talk, we have tasks for Google Merchant Center, we have tasks for plenty of other things. The question is which one we did first. And it's a matter of will it improve for most customers or is it niche? So it will depend on each task, of course. So I really focus on what can help most clients, obviously. So that's it. Yes, we are playing with other tools, usually with the tools that are easy to test. So for example, all the online software that you need to make a call with the salesperson and purchase a subscription and there is an enterprise contract behind it, it's difficult because we need to fake to be a customer of them and not just a competitor. But all the good tools that are easy that they have a free trial, we are always taking time to see what they are doing.
I think this question is related to it. How do you prioritize?
There is no good answer to that. We are just convinced when a task is better than the other that we should move on this one first.
Yeah, but still, I think we prioritize also because we as consultants receive feedback from the clients, from the partners. Like today, if we receive a feedback a lot of time, then we'll discuss with the product owners and they will prioritize it if it's a priority for our community. So it's also by making feedbacks that we decide what we prioritize. But we have a lot and we don't have extended teams, so you have to choose, and how to choose is the R&D and also what we can push to the R&D.
Yes, and there are a lot of things to take into consideration for prioritization with the complexity of the development. Is it possible today to customize and to find solutions for customers, or is it really impossible and we need to improve? So there are plenty of things to take in consideration, so there is no one good answer. There is no formula for it. So yes, if you think that there are improvements that we should do, and just come to us, convince us that it's important, and we will try to make it.
Yeah, but I think also in terms of priority, we prioritize features that have an impact on huge numbers. We will never prioritize a feature that has an impact on 5 customers because that's not the goal of our tool. So it's really to develop for the majority of the people. And usually also if we have a feature that works, we'll prioritize a feature that we don't have yet instead of improving something that is already working well. So that's a bit what I understood from the priority in the R&D.
Yes, and for us it's more important to improve what we already have than to add more features. So it's vague because improving what we have is already super large. But for example, Google Merchant, it's a complete new feature. For us, it will be less priority if we can make, for example, the shop page better. Because the shop page is there, it's used by all our customers. And it's more important to improve what we already have because it's already great.
Okay. Can we search product by barcode number? So this is easy to test. Just have to find the barcode. Inventory. I don't see the barcode.
You don't have inventory on your database.
Okay.
Yes, or do you?
No, I will go on a run, but. Yeah, okay, but
There was variance. So
there were variants. Thank you.
nice catch.
If you want to join us on the stage. Barcode, yeah, perfect.
Sometimes it's evident, but we cannot see.
So APL 1234, we go to the website and we search for here. APL. No, we cannot search on the barcode.
Which is not something that typically customers do on e-commerce. Maybe it's more B2B related, so I think we could do the improvement, but yes, at the moment it's not working, unfortunately.
I'm going to test the internal reference. And here, yeah, so we can search by the internal reference, but not from the barcode. It just won't be displayed on the e-commerce. How can we protect e-commerce against DDoS attack?
If you are on premise, then it's your job to do that. For SaaS database, it's global to for all database, it can be attacked. So we have a global protection for all database. It's managed by our internal team. So we are blacklisting IPs as soon as we see that there are traffic that seems not normal. It happens a lot, to be honest. So yes, we have a security team that is in charge of that internally.
How big is the R&D team?
Just for e-commerce?
I don't know.
I guess for e-commerce, it's a small team. They are 9. And they have a lot of things to do. They are in charge also of the integration with the payment providers, for example. So, yes.
Okay. How to set up Google Analytics in order to track each purchase. So you don't really need analytics in order to do that. So, yeah, okay. I need to go to a specific database. Maybe on that one. So by default, you can install Google Analytics, but you also have what we call plausible. So plausible is installed on our own server, so we don't have to add cookie, and it's really useful. And here I don't have any conversion of shop, but if people purchase on my website, I would have a goal conversion, which is called shop, and we could see the conversion here, and then we could filter. Let's imagine that is a shop, and we could filter where they come from which page they come from, and for the device. So in order to track analytics, what you could do is just add the analytics code via the settings here. When I say analytics, I say Google Analytics. And here, Google Analytics, and you can put just your measurement ID that you can find on your Google Analytics account, and you link it to it. And then you have a specific URL for the confirmation page. I think it's thank you or something like that. We can check that quickly. And then you can see the number of sales that you have. If you want to have a deeper analyze, you could install Google Tag Manager and add extra code on the thank you page to have like the amount, where people are coming from, and more information like that. Yeah, I can quickly do that when we check the next question. How can we set the e-commerce website to show always only the products which are in stock? This is not possible by default. So when the products are not in stock, they are still published. That's a feedback we often get. I think one day we'll develop that. But some people want that if they don't have a product, it's still published. Some people want it to be unpublished. So you can, on your side, you can create an automation that will directly unpublish them when they are out of stock. But in Odoo standard, by default, it's not the case.
Is it for B2B customers or for B2C? Because we are convinced that it's not always good to, if you navigate to the website and yesterday the product was there, but today you are searching for it and it's not there because there is no stock, the customer may be confused. So it's not very good to dynamically hide products for your customers. It could be more frustration because they will not understand why it's not there when just a message, it's out of stock, is quite clear.
So, or ever mentioned out of stock, so that's also you can do via an automation. You can just put a ribbon out of stock on the product itself, but it's also an automation that you have to create that is not in Odoo standard, at least not yet.
That's probably something that we will do.
Yeah, I think so. So just to show you the thank you page, if you want is shop confirmation. So if you want to track the amount of purchase you have, you just have to see the amount of views you have on this specific page. We have 10 minutes left, so we try to go to all the questions. Please, if you have new questions, put them at the bottom. Is it possible to hide individual category in the shop page, or does it have to show all category or none? Yes, we have to show all the categories. If there is a category that you don't want to show, just don't put it on the e-commerce category. So you have other category where you can manage your inventory with a specific categorization, where you have e-commerce category and e-commerce category are displayed on the website. So it's not really useful to have categories that you don't use. Maybe there are products like, for example, for Christmas, and you still want that category to be there. So maybe you can archive it, and then you archive it when you unarchive it when you want to use it again.
Didn't we add a publish on the category e-commerce categories?
I hope not. I don't think so.
I thought.
You're talking about WordPress. Can Odoo go as far as what we can develop in WordPress plugin, like having maps showing points, or people allowed to add points on the map which can be saved into the DB? So for this specific map, we could do via Google Place. We can create our own map with as many points as we want, and then embed the code on the website to have this specific feature. But for the rest,
we think it's a question of time. So WordPress is there for a long time. It has been used by all agencies. So there is a big community, and we have a bigger and bigger community also. But our community was not website and e-commerce community. But now that our software is better for e-commerce and for website, we think that it will grow. So it's a matter of time where people will get used to how you can customize, and we will also try to improve to make the customization easier for partners. So yes, probably not today, but we hope that in the future, when people will get used to our technology, we have a great framework that is very powerful. So when you know how to use it, you can really do new developments very, very quickly.
Okay. What types of promotion can you set up? What promotion engine do you have?
But you can go on the. We have a promotion system that is shared across all our sales applications. So you can set up a promotion that will apply in your e-commerce, but also in your sales order, on your post. You can choose if it's only for e-commerce. We have a lot of pre-set up program type, so from coupon to loyalty cards, promotions, discount code, buy Y, get X, or it's the opposite. Next order coupon, so it's super powerful. There are lots of different programs. And it can even be more complex than that if you want, because the system is based on the possibility to give points to reward the customer based on what he is purchasing. So it could be on product categories, on product amount, on product quantity. And then you can decide what is the reward and how much point does the customer needs to create a reward. So there is very a lot of flexibility there. So it's super powerful. And there are some specific cases that we cannot handle at the moment, but most of the time we can find a solution that suits the needs.
Okay. Any plan on making gallery catalog display type of shop, no purchase, just contact for a specific product? So indeed, now we can only create a link to a contact form where the information of the product that was on the page before is lost. So for the moment, we don't have that possibility, but I think that could be a future update for B2B, sorry. So for the moment, it's not foreseen, but why not if you make the feedback? I think it's a good idea. Can I build an e-commerce of 6 million products with Odoo? Sure, it's a matter of compute. Yes, last year at the OXP, we had someone with 3 million products on a website, and it worked without any problem. So 6 shouldn't be an issue. I didn't test myself, but I guess there is no reason why it wouldn't work.
So Odoo is scalable. We have seen it in the keynote yesterday morning if you were there. So of course, if you are hosting your database on the SaaS, you have access to a small server. You are hosted with other clients. If you have 6 million products, then you should maybe consider to go on Odoo SH, and then you can configure the server you need. So with up to 256 CPU workers. So we had the demo yesterday by the CTO. Yes, if you have that kind of server, you can run a business with a lot of customers and a lot of products, easy peasy.
Okay. Can Odoo be used as a marketplace such as Amazon, multiple vendor and multiple client? So multiple client, yes. Multiple vendor, they should have access to the backend, so they should be users, at least in standard. If you do development, I guess everything is possible. But in standard, no, you need to have backend access in order to create products, to create records. And I don't think it's in the plan to change that. Okay.
We tried to make an industry for that because we have more or less all the Lego piece to do that. So thanks to Studio, it's possible to create a page that can be only visible for your vendors, for example, and make them make the possibility for them to suggest, okay, I want to add a new product. They will not be able to create a new product, not easily. But we are trying to adding all the pieces to do that, but it's not a top priority. It's more, if we are able to customize the database to get to that point, we will be happy. There will be probably not a marketplace module for that. It will be more something that can be done on your e-commerce.
Okay. One e-commerce, 2 warehouses. We need to send 2 deliveries, one from every warehouse. It's not possible to do without a virtual warehouse, but quantities are not reserved. Any workaround? Not one that I could think of. I don't think we can send 2 deliveries from one purchase, from one quotation. At the moment, at least, I don't think we can.
I don't think it's possible now.
Okay.
At the moment, the workaround is, yes, you will need to do 2 transfers to centralize the order somewhere with all the product and then deliver it to the customer.
Okay. How is it possible we try to be a bit quicker because we have 3 minutes left. How is it possible for the user to filter through products with a lot of properties, not variant? Something simple as an example, screw filters by length, material, weight, application, head type, tags cannot be categorized as far as we know, and variants are not applicable for those products. So I'm not sure I will answer the question, but I will try something. So if you go to a specific product and you add, let's delete this, you add one attribute and one value, you are creating a characteristic. And by doing that, we have characteristic but no variants. So it means that if we go to the web shop, yeah, okay, in this case, I only have one product that has it, but you could filter on the alcohol and on the whatever was the other attribute. We can still filter without having any attribute. And so it's a possibility to filter on that without creating variants. I hope I answered the question. Otherwise, you can come and talk to me just after. Is it possible to unpublish a variant without archiving it? I need to manufacture variants in backend, but not sell them in my e-commerce.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think, but maybe with the workaround with the kit, it might be possible. Is it possible to publish a variant with? Okay, we're gonna discuss this after. Otherwise, will be done. 3 multi-website e-commerce, but some product must be an e-commerce A, B, and C, but not C. So I think I understand the question. You want to sell a product on 2 websites and not on the 3 that you have. For the moment, it's not possible. It's on all e-commerce or only on one. You don't have the possibility to put on 2 of them, at least not in standard. You can do a dev for that, but not in standard. Also multiple website. Can we have different product description for sale?
We have to stop.
Okay. No, it's not possible for this.
So thank you for all your questions. We hope we could help you. You can still meet us at the expert booth at the Odoo Village if you want to discuss more and discuss the questions that we couldn't answer. Thank you.
Thank you.